Hey, welcome to Her Authentic Journey, the podcast. I am your host, Navasia, woman, soon to be wife, mother of 3, and the former strong, independent woman. Along my journey, I discovered the secret key to the more in life is in your authenticity. This podcast is about becoming unstuck in who you thought you had to be as a strong, independent, maybe the responsible one, and become who we were meant to be. Myself and other resilient guests will share what we only wish someone shared with us early on. Topics, tips, lessons learned and unlearned while on our personal journeys of becoming true to who we are, not who we've had to be. Now, this purposeful, resilient life that you and I are meant for not only requires authenticity, it is also intentionality. Steering you away from just pushing and getting through life, we believe in the Method on Purpose roadmap of mindset, environment, time, honesty, obstacles, and the doing all work together to begin designing a life that is and feels more purposefully fulfilled, a life you actually love. So tune in, come along, join our Facebook community, and begin your authentic journey today. Making the decision to step into what it is that you were purposed for, to step into who you were meant to be, to step into the part of you that you desired, the part of you that you've been waiting for. Deciding to step into that feels so good, so great, scary, liberating, all the things, right? All the things. However, for the most part, it feels really good to allow yourself the freedom to step into who you truly are, right? And who you truly were meant to be. Allowing yourself to step out of the box of who you thought you had to be, who everyone needs you to be, the labels that were put upon you, the traditions that you thought you needed to follow or had to follow, the blueprint that maybe somebody else laid out for you. Choosing to step away from that and step into your own, it is rewarding. It is very rewarding. But it also has its stuff with it, right? Just like everything else, everything has stuff attached to it, right? And stepping into that unknown and unveiling and uncovering the truth of who you are and your true identity, although it can feel so great for us, it can be scary for others. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that sometimes you can look around and see that not everybody seems as happy as you are about the steps you're making, about the moves you made, the yeses that you're now allowing yourself to say, the no's that you are owning, right? Not everyone is enjoying the journey as much as you are. And I don't think we really talk about that a lot. There are people that love us dearly, want the best for us, have supported us, stepped and has stood by our side for all the things that we've been through, right? Family, friends, whoever your other half. They've been along this entire time. And now you feel like you're in a place where, you're getting a little closer. You've made one step, even if it's just one small step. That one small step feels good. But yet, those people that are around you, the people, your support system, it can scare them. It can scare them. And it can result in them being confused and them not showing up in the way that you expected, right? When you're in a happy place, when you're in a good place, of course you want everyone else to be and come along with you. But that is not always the case, and it does not always play out in that way either. Um, it doesn't, and it could be a hard place to be in, right? It's a hard place to be in. You can sometimes feel as if maybe you need to choose. It is sometimes you're confused about the love and support that was once there, right? It's a rocky place to be in, and sometimes you can feel alone, right? Sometimes you can feel alone in this step into your new. Although it feels great, in some areas you can feel a little alone because of those people that were always there seem to be showing up a little differently, or they're not standing there in the same way that they have. And I'm not on here to say, the saying that you can't bring everybody with you. I believe that is true. I believe that is true. But I don't want to take away from the fact that it doesn't take away from their love for you, their support for you, and all the things. That's not always the case. I don't think that is what should be in question. It's just you have been this person for them this entire time, right? You have been the one that they can call on. You have been the one to show up at the drop of a dime, show up at the last minute. You are the one that can help pick up the pieces. You are the one who's always available, but yet you're finding yourself more attached to the things that you have going on, more attached to the vision or the new that you're creating for yourself. And maybe you're not as available as you were before, and in the way that you were before, right? Maybe you can't show up or don't have the capacity to show up in that way, or realizing that that time has passed for you, right? That it's a new season, that maybe you are letting go, slowly letting go of the showing up, of dropping everything to run to someone else's rescue. Maybe you just want somebody just to be proud and be happy for you, but yet you don't feel it. You don't feel it from them. This is going to happen along your journey. This is what happens in life, right? Some things, like they say, some things, are just, some people are in your life for a season and for a reason. And because I'm a woman that, I love to understand the mind of others. That's just something that's something I've always had a passion for. It's a hard thing to deal with on both sides, especially when a person is used to you showing up in a certain way. That's who they have known you for. That is who you have shown them all this time, right? That is who they know. That's who they've grown to love, who they trusted, who they depended on, who, was their support system. That's who they grew to know because that's what you showed. Now that things are changing for you, even though you feel great, sometimes it can be a little scary for them. And sometimes them being scared does not always mean that, that they're hating. It can look like it, but it doesn't always mean that they're hating or they're jealous or any of those things. It's just sometimes they don't know what's going on, what's going to happen next, what's going to happen. What does this mean for them? What does it mean for your relationship with them, right? All the things. This is why it is very important that we make these choices. We do decide to move differently. We decide to walk into our authenticity as our own choice, right? Or that we do it for ourselves. Because making these steps and making these adjustments and changes in your life with the expectation of others, it will leave you confused and questioning things every time. Every time, because it all depends on the other person. Trying to find the validation, trying to find that okay from them. Right? You don't want to disrupt anyone else's life. You don't want to make things harder for other people. You don't want other people to suffer due to you. All the things. You can list thousands of things that you do not want your choices to impact others, right? But if you make these decisions and if you make these moves and start this journey with the expectations that everyone will understand, with the expectations that everyone will come with you, with the expectations that people will show up for you differently, that expectation that people will give you what you've been waiting for, and I can go on and on. It will leave you confused and questioning everything at times. Everything. This journey and these choices needs to be birthed within you. It needs to be a change for you, not for them, and not for the idea of them. Because it will leave you hurt, confused, asking yourself, did I make the right? That's not something I would usually do. So am I doing the right thing? I've always done it this way, so why don't I just continue to do it? Because it's that easy. You know, the habits, the mindsets, the cycles that that you have developed so far in life have shaped you, you know? So making this change, it's a great change. It's a beautiful change. It is, but I will never say anything other than it is work. It is continuous work, you know, because it's so easy to fall back into those old habits, you know, those old habits, especially when you see other people that seem uneasy, other people that seem to, you know, show up differently. And you're not understanding it. You're not understanding it. That is why it's important. You need to understand that. You need to understand the decisions that you're making. You need to understand that you are doing this for you. You are making a shift and starting your journey for you because you know and you feel deep down inside that you were meant for more. That there is more to life than what you have been exposed to. There is more to life than what you have been through. There is more to life than your current circumstance. They don't know. They don't know. They didn't know the feelings that you woke up with every day, the feelings that you lay down every night with, that you need more. Although you showed up as you've always showed up for them, they don't know what it is that you've been dealing with, that you have dealt with, and that this move and this journey is something that you need to do for you. You need to do it for you. You don't need to do it for everyone to understand. You cannot attach this decision with the understanding of others. No matter how much they love you, no matter what role they played in your life thus far, you don't need their understanding. You don't need their understanding. They don't owe you their understanding either. Right? It's hurtful at times. It's confusing. You know, it can be sad. And I'm not saying that it's not. You know, and I'm not saying that you can allow yourself to feel and miss things and grieve certain things. You know, grief is a part of this, and I will get into that at another time. However, I just wanted to hop on and just say what was on my mind and what I've been seeing, you know, recently. I felt it was something in my spirit, felt someone needed to hear this right now. I just want to make sure that you know that this decision, and that you don't forget that this decision that you are making, that you feel you need to make, you're making it for you. You know, those who were meant to understand, those who are meant to travel along with you, those who may show up later, they will come. They will come. It will come. It will fall into place the way it was meant to fall into place, which means that your idea of how it's going to work out more than likely is not it. It's not it. It's not it. It's something more. It's something more. So don't feel bad. I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel guilty. I don't want you to feel ashamed. I don't want you to tuck away, go back to tucking away your feelings, going back to tucking away your desire to be happy because other people are uncomfortable with it. They'll come around or they won't, right? They will come around or they won't. But trust me, there will be people that come in alignment with you that are meant to, when they are meant to. But it's about trusting the process, and being grounded in your why. In your why. Because only you know your why. Nobody knows your why more than you. This is your life. This is something you are doing for you. And it's not always going to be easy. Life is just not easy. It's not easy at all. But don't take the hesitation, the changes in other people as an indicator that this is not the right time for you. Or that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Or that you need to put yourself on the back burner again. Because they can't handle it. Or that you're supposed to revert back to the old ways and your old habits and your old ways of showing up. Because everyone else is uncomfortable. Meanwhile, you're going back to living uncomfortably. So is this about you or is it about them? I want you to ask yourself that. Is this journey, are the choices that you are making to step into the new, to step into the different, are you making them for you or are you making it for them? Because it has to be with you. If it is for them, it's not going to work. It's not. It's not. And I'm here to tell you that most of the people that are attached to you right now, their freedom will come as you step into and as you begin your journey. That is something that I did not see coming. That is not something that somebody could have told me. And if they did, I wouldn't have believed it. Because they need this from you. They need me to show up this way. They need me to do this and do that. I have to be there for this. I have to be there for that. No. You will find that you stepping into your new, onto your journey, reaching into your authentic self, into who you were meant to be, will free those around you. I just decided to come in and just give you in real time episode today. You guys enjoy, and remember, until next time, be true to who you are, not who you've had to be. Thank you for listening to Her Authentic Journey, the podcast. I hope you enjoyed and were able to grab something meaningful from this episode. If so, please support by sharing with a friend, rate and review. You can also refer to our show notes for more. Until next time, remember, be true to who you are, not who you've had to be.